The concept of shim I learned from Keith Milet of the Hawaii Saber Academy, and it's a lightsaber concept. I haven't encountered something quite like it in martial arts. In lightsaber combat, when you're hit on the extremities, that is the non-vital area, the non-vital target, that's called a shim. And here it's defined as the hands up to and including the elbows, the feet up to and including the knees, as opposed to the side target. Side target is the vital area, which scores a point. The side is the head, the torso, the upper arms, and the thighs. When you receive a sai stops the action and scores a point. When you're hit in a vital area, you say sai, which is the same thing as saying you got me. If you're only going to 1 point, then you lose, or if you're going to a certain amount of points, you reset. The shim, however, doesn't stop the action, and it doesn't score a point, but it does give the receiver a temporary disadvantage. Good protocol is when you are hit on the shim area is to indicate that area and say shim. So if you're hit on the right hand, you raise your right hand and say shim. If you're hit on the left foot, you raise your left foot and say shim. During this time, any attacks by you do not count. But what you may do is you may retreat during this time to avoid being hit, because it doesn't stop the action. Your opponent may attack you during this time, but only for like a second after the shim. What that means is a good drill would be that you go for the shim and then immediately the sai. A better drill would be you go for the shim, when you get it, you go immediately for the sai. I haven't seen something exactly like this in other martial arts. The closest thing in my experience is epee fencing. In epee fencing, if you're not familiar with it, from modern Olympic sport fencing, the entire body's target and all the targets are the same. They're 1 point. Whether you hit on an extremity, whether you hit on a vital area, it's just 1 point. So a good and popular epee drill is to go for a close target, which is usually the hand, and then immediately, depending on the situation, go for the far target, which is usually the body.